Hey guys, long time no see. Camma here. I'm gonna make some videos again. I know it's been a while since I made some lessons. Reason being is because I was playing an online tournament and I was playing in the LAN tournament after that, which I just come back from in Melbourne. And I've been focused a bit on practicing. So when I was on my computer doing something, I was playing or practicing. I wasn't really making any more videos in 2 months, last 2 3 months. I've got some good news for you guys. I'm going to do a review of all my tournament games that were on stream because I don't have the recordings. I wasn't recording, unfortunately, but I do have the Twitch VOD, which unfortunately it's both of our point of views, myself and Dan. But the beauty of that as well is that Dan's also a very strong player, and he does things a little bit different to me. So we can talk about some of the aspects of his combat because that's what I'm most focused on. We'll talk some strategy as well, but we're mostly focused on combat in these videos, as we always have been. We'll talk through some of his combat and his strategy that he does. Obviously, a little bit different to mine, so you get another point of view of another good player. Obviously, it's my point of my thinking about what he does, what I'm doing. He might have a different opinion to some of those things, but that's fine. Every player sort of has their own opinion. I have asked him his permission to make these videos just because I didn't want to be an arsehole and just I did no spoilers, but I won that tournament, so I didn't want to be an arsehole and just record my point of view as if it's to brag. It's not. It's because you guys in the comments when I've been making these videos, you're always asking, show me what it's like against a good player, and there's no better time to do that than in a tournament on LAN in the grand final against a very good player who has a lot of international experience and plays at a high level, has done the whole time we've played QC. So the only other problem is I've tried to set the volume to low. Let me know for this video if it's too high, because the commentary is obviously running over the top. I think my voice is going to be a fair bit louder, but yeah, so I'll make this video and we'll see how we go. If it's a bit of a problem, I'll make the next one a little bit different, but we'll get into it. So the first map is, this is in the groups. I'll go through every map. I plan to do this for every map. Yes, even the maps I got beaten badly on. Yes. Of course, starting more from his point of view, which is good because some of those maps I played kind of bad, but some of the maps I played quite well as well. So especially 2 in the upper bracket final, I really want to show you guys those maps because I'm mostly from my point of view because I didn't die very many times and I just played very well. So I'm not going to spoil the rest of the maps. We'll get to them one by one. I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Probably got 12 maps, so that's a lot. And I'm going to try and make one every few days just for you guys. So we're going to focus mostly on combat, like I said, and we'll talk about the what happened in the game, the strategy, and just similar vibe to what I've been doing on the other games. Now these games were on LAN, so it's a little bit different because obviously it's LAN. Not as much bullshit happens against me and for me, so that's good as well. So this is the game as it's meant to be played. Especially on the first day, the server felt extremely crispy. Second day was still good, but I felt like it wasn't as good. I said to Knight and Lua they should have restarted the server on day 2, but the problem is if they'd done that, maybe we wouldn't have had any LAN games at all. So yeah, as you can see, the cameras on myself and Dan when it switches point of view, and like I said, the commentary's in the background. So starting off at Ranger, first game. I shouldn't say this, but Dan and I, for the first groups, we doctored the picks. We just said, what do you want to play and what champions we're going to play. We just said, let's play these 3 maps: Awoken, Vale, and CK. Let's give the fans, because in this game I needed to win 1 map and I was already top, and he was already guaranteed second, even if he lost. So yeah, it wasn't a whole lot in these games. So we're just sort of feeling each other out, playing for frags and a bit of a show for the fans as well, because it was the last match of the day and most of the other people had stopped playing, so they were all watching this game. So it was good timing for that, and it was the game that everyone had been waiting for as well. They wanted to see me, they want to see Dan. So yeah, we'll get into the game. So I'm Ranger, he's Visor. I think that's clear advantage to Ranger. He had been picking that in the online tournament we just played, but I knew when we come to the money matches there was no way I was getting Ranger on this map, and we'll get to that when we get to the other games. But yeah, obviously I have the clear advantage, and let's see if I can make it tell. So off this spawn, what I like to do is grab rail and drop the shotgun. It does depend what you're against, but against the Visor, he has no way to hurt you while down there or really get to the red. So I just drop down to shotgun. If he is jumping into rail, then what I'll do is I'll shoot him with the rail, orb up at him and kill him with shotgun. But that's not what he did, but we'll see. Oops, wrong button.
Here we go.
Alright, cool.
Here we go, and it's a pretty standard start. He's gonna.
So go for that rail. Against fires, he's probably going to get up there quite quick, and it's not an easy rail to hit. It's easy to hit that rail when you spawn closer towards the rail. I spawn it right at the back left. But anyway, then what I do is I set up for this rail here. Just because he has no rail, right? Guys, you don't have to go for red immediately here. His visor, he doesn't have a way once he gets to this teleporter, which you will hit him with rail when he comes to the teleporter. He doesn't really have a way to steal your red and get away. So what you're looking for is damage here. And if he keeps pushing towards red armor and jumps again over here after he comes to the teleporter, you got a really good chance to hit second rail. And then you can push in for red armor and take it with your ability. And then you're 1-0 full control, 2 weapons, if not 3 if he drops your LG, and then you're laughing. So just don't have to panic here, get some damage, and then see what happens. I don't think he ends up coming through. He actually sit there and try to tri-bot me, but this is a good angle to hold. And I don't see many top players hold this angle. It's so easy to hit the rail when they come through. Just hold this angle, sit here, you'll get damage all day, boys. It's really easy. He didn't come through, but yeah. Then I went to go for the red armor. He shot a tri-bot at me through the teleport, which was good. And this is the point in time, once you shoot your first rail, you should throw your orb. Just to mess with his aim and sort of reload your rail while he's not hitting you completely, because he's looking at the orb, seeing what's going on with that. And then you can get away once you shoot the second one. What happens is I hit the first rail, but then I go for the second rail before I go for the orb. And the problem with that is then you're committed to fighting to the death here. If you just throw your orb towards the teleporter, if it lines up with him, you can probably... feel free to just teleport to it and switch to your shotgun. Now I remember I didn't do that. I just shot the rail, missed the second rail, and then died. Because what I should have done is shoot the rail, teleport, throw the teleport up immediately after that, switch my shotgun and just kill him. Because if once I hit the first rail, he's like 100, and then you throw the teleport, that's going to be another 100, and the shotgun's going to kill him. So I made a mistake there. He doesn't have. It's not like he has rockets they can destroy you with. So yeah, don't do what I did. So I stuck with the rail. If you are going to hit these shots, notice on my aim style, we'll just go backwards a bit. Notice on my aim style, hold it on the left and try to move to the right, or just give him a chance to walk over it. Now he didn't, so I tried to move to the right, but I shot a little bit early, and that's why I missed. And then, yeah, I teleported at him, which was a mistake. Also, when you're dodging, you need to get the health bubble, but use that as a bluff. Like, what you should be doing is move in the corner, act like you're moving back, and then all of a sudden move forward. Because he'll shoot the rockets behind you, trying to cut you off. You're both trying to cut your retreat and stop you getting the health bubble unchallenged. So what you want to do is actually move forward and then give him a chance to mess his rockets up. Because if you can reload your rail after you've hit the second one, you've actually got a chance to kill him. But I dodged all the way backwards, and it's just you're always going to die when you do that. Don't do that. Use your stones and stay up and push forward. Then he's got to shoot a good rocket to flick to the right, because he's worried that you're going to get away through the teleporter and rail him. And even if you just get to the teleporter, you have a chance to reload your rail. You will have a chance to kill him, and he doesn't want that. So he's shooting his rockets behind you to stop that. So it was bad dodging by me. Anyway, onto his point of view. So he comes top mid. I like what he's doing here. Probably usually I go straight for the green. The reason being is because then see how he come up all the way to here and then checked banana and then went back for the green. Problem is it's a little bit slower. He could already be like here if he'd done it the other way around. You know what I mean? And then he's a bit close to getting me on damage. I like what he's doing though. Go quiet. This is a good time to go quiet. Let your opponent fuck up and come to you and just get destroyed. So this is good by him.
Wrong weapon, wrong time.
Yeah. I'm not going to ever immediately go at that jump pad. I'm not stupid. I know that he's going to be walking up there. What I'll do is I'll bluff around the back and then maybe I'll go up. So if he's got enough patience to sit here until I come up, fair play. I'll shake your hand. Good frag. Well done. But yeah, just bluff around the bottom for a bit and then go. So I like what he's doing. You know, he's giving your opponent a chance to fuck up. But I'm not stupid. I'm not just going to do that. You know what I mean? Now I come up once he's backed off. Get mega. And we can get to the other side of the map. Good damage by him, but did you notice how I shot the rocket? That's nice LG, because I can't really do that when I'm moving fast. But did you notice how I shot the rocket deep as fuck behind him? That's where you got to shoot it, because if you shoot it shallow, he's just gonna back off with his LG and his rail. He's gonna destroy you. Once it's behind him, it knocks his aim. See how he's knocked his aim? Now it's harder for him to hit this rail. I actually remember I dived down on him just trying to catch him out, test him, but it didn't work out. And then just get out of here now. So I rocket jumped up, so not really too much loss because the amount of health I've got's not that bad. We're able to get the other health bubbles. But I was just trying to see if he missed that rail, I'm going to push in with my LG, but obviously he hit the shot, which is good. And then now this is his ascendancy. So he's looking for denying me from rail. I'm never going to rail there. I remember he dropped down for these health bubbles here. I don't like that play. At this point in time, I think with Mega still 10 seconds away and I'm quite weak, you need to get to Cuddy so you're out Cuddy. What you don't want is me to get the green and the health bubble and then get to Cuddy and then I've cut you off. So, especially because I've got mobility as well. I actually don't like his play to drop down for the time shards. Generally speaking, you want to get the time shards, but not in this situation. This isn't the time to be doing that. Because you'll notice he drops down for him. Or he could be Cuddy, you know, coming out, and then I'm still top mid. So he can easily get Mega or use his rail advantage to get Mega. But the problem is once he drops for these, and I heard it, then I just jump to Cuddy. You know what I mean? In a sec. So I'm a bit slow, fair enough. But even still, he's still got... See, even if he knew I was up top, he could have just jumped out, and then he'd probably be fine. But he didn't know because he's taken so long. He knows you have to be careful. And now, as Ranger, you have the advantage here because, you know, Mega's a few seconds away. And this is all because he went for those time shards. And I don't really think it's the right time to use those time shards because as the fight's going to be, you know, in this kind of fight around the corner with rocket launcher, sight's not that useful. Obviously, it's useful in every fight, but it's not that useful. You would have been better off getting to a good position. And then don't forget that 10 seconds is up pretty quick once you get Mega. Then you've got your sight, and then you can hunt me or get to red armor. So I actually don't like what he's done. This is why he's cut off from the map. Remember, he used sight and hit a really nice rail on me. He didn't even appear on my screen for this rail, so that's even on land you can do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, he uses sight now. But see, the problem is with the sight in this situation, there's not a whole lot you can do with it. Okay, he hits me with a nice rail, fair enough, but it wasn't easy for him to do that. And he could have taken a rocket for his troubles when he did it. So I actually don't like dropping for those health bubbles in the time shards in the first place. Nice rail. One thing I will say about his aim when he shoots his rails like that, he shoots them real quick. For me personally, in that situation, I've hit the first one, I'll take my time on that second one, and just when I peek, I'll watch for a split second and then shoot. He likes to shoot it fast, which is when you're hitting, it's best. Obviously, you take less LG damage, but I just think it's not conducive to hitting consistently because that's not an easy shot to hit when you're getting LG'd, for example. So what I do is I peek and shoot him a little bit slower. This is just how he shoots them. It's fine. Fraser just shoot him the same way. So I'm not saying it's wrong, but it's just that's not how I shoot him. But when you're hitting, obviously it's better. But I just think it's a bit harder to actually hit. So that's fine. So head over here. This is good. I like how he comes here. Probably he could drop to here, but the problem with dropping to here is that, you know, I could already be close, and then you're asking him to get destroyed. He knows I haven't got rail, so sitting back like this is quite good. I like what he's doing. Usually what I'll try and do is use your rail out so that stops them from pushing, and then I'll look to get down here and flush him away on the map. Like come down here after he's not attacking me, then I'll push down here and look to flush him away on the map. But sitting here and listening to what's going on is good, and which is what he did. See how he come down with LG? I like that. It's good. Unfortunately, he dodged backwards. I shot a good rocket in behind him, but I actually like what he did because he used rail to stop me from attacking immediately, and then he jumped down to there. So it's actually good what he did. But my rocket was nice and deep in behind where he went, and see how he's dodging backwards? It's because he knows the rocket's coming, but he thinks I'm going to push it to the right where he's pushing to, but I'm not, Dan. I'm going to put it behind you because I always love shooting my rockets in behind. And now he's in trouble. And I just jumped up on that ledge there, I remember. And one thing that's important about this fight, boys, that you need to do, I stayed on I wanted to attack with LG, but I stayed on rockets while I was in midair. And this is a big tip you guys can learn from. I was going to make a separate video on it later from my clips because I've got a few clips of me doing this. Switch to rockets when you're dropping in midair so they can't hear which direction you're coming from. Okay, he heard me jump from here, but he can't hear me in midair with the LG because you don't hear that little buzz. And then he'll know because it'll be further left than it is over here. He'll know I'm coming around this corner with LG. He might even go up the jump pad. He'll shoot a good rocket to the left. But now he's panicked because he doesn't know what I'm doing. And he can't hear the LG buzz. So what I did was I jumped, I switched my rocket launcher. And then just as I'm about to hit the ground, I switched my LG and just kill him. It's only subtle, but it makes a big difference in the damage they get on you when you're attacking. And it's not something many people think about in this game. But it is important. So that's what I'll do in this situation. Switch your LG, switch off your LG while you're in the air, and then switch to it just as you get to the ground. So see how I'm just switching it just so I get to the grounds? And look, even saw his face. Let's go back. He didn't hear me with LG, right? So he looked to the right for that split second, and then I was in. Just watch. See how his mouse moved just to the right? It was ready to go up because he wasn't sure what I was doing. It's only because I switched off LG. If I'd stayed on LG, he would have known I was coming from the left, and then he can get away or tuck or try fight. And then I'm in, I've killed him, you know what I mean? Beautiful. Grab rail in this situation, and then hunt. You want to hit that shot, but I didn't. I like to come up here, but the thing is, when you're playing against a good player, just hello. My sister's just woke up. I thought I was in trouble for being too loud, but I'm not. She's just saying hello. What time is it? Oh, 6:11. Yeah, so she's waking up anyway, so it's all good. I can be as loud as I want. I like to jump up here after you get a kill where I got a kill, but the problem is against like play like Dandaking usually won't go to LG. He'll just wait around here, or he'll go to the rocket launcher. He either likes to go to the rocket launcher or he just waits and see what you do. I like either of those things as long as you're mixing up your play. What you do, if you always charge LG, you always charge rockets, or you always just wait, that's bad. But he generally mixes it up quite well, so I like what he does. So I pick up here for some damage, but I don't end up getting any. And then he comes after he got rockets. I actually like what he did. You got to do something. So what he did was like trying to trick me, you know what I mean? And it's worked. Now I'm peeking, hit that shot. Want to hit the second one, but I didn't. It's fine. You don't have to back off this. You might want to just stay where you were before, because I only got 28 armor after that. But yeah, he can't come down like coming down like this is bad because I'm gonna just rocket him, morale him, which I did. I've dropped down now. Got mega, so perfect. Just wait a sec so he spawns in the corner here, which he did. And like I said, he likes to come to rockets generally speaking, so come through. Even if he doesn't come to rockets, you just go through and try and rally him towards LG. It's fine. Come through. It's good. You can actually drop down in the waters and then try to rally him through from towards the LG, because red is coming, but I still reckon this isn't bad. But it's just like you could have got damage towards LG.
He's ready to take these fights too. That's the other thing.
I remember this looked like cheats, but I actually heard him pick up the time shard, and then I acted like I didn't know, and then I just destroyed him. Yeah, beautiful timing. It looked like cheats, you know what I mean? I've got visor, but I'm ranger and I've got visor. But I remember when I was just here, I heard him pick up that time shard, and that's why I knew. But it looked like I was cheating. But yeah, no, I knew. And then just wait. What I like to do in this situation, it's only subtle, just imagine where he is in your head when you're waiting. Like, I know he's walking towards me because I can't hear him, although he's standing dead still. So just like imagine where he is in your head. And I know that sounds like kind of weird, but just imagine him walking towards you from where you heard the sound, and then just shoot the rocket on that timing. That's all you do. So I waited a perfect amount and literally shot a perfect rocket, and then just immediately, and see how I shot the next rocket really deep? Okay, it hit him direct, but I was shooting it deep. So that way, if he's shallow like he is, it hits him. If he's deep, it still hit him. You know what I mean? So don't shoot these rockets shallow, because see a lot of guys shoot the rocket like here. It's just bad because you don't need to shoot it that shallow. If he's deep, you're not going to get any damage. You know what I mean? So just shoot it real deep. If he is shallow, it's still going to hit him. He doesn't have time to move. And then let's get up top mid. Dead does the right thing here because he goes to rail, but the fact is, you know, this amount of health, you can just rocket jump and kill him. Probably should have shot a rocket. The reason why you want to shoot a rocket here is because you don't want him to get away like he did on like fuck all health and then grab mega, you know what I mean? If I shot a rocket, it's going to not, okay, it might not hurt him as much, but it's not going to push him away, and he's not going to get into the mega, and then I'm laughing, you know, I fucking got massive stack, massive control, and a massive lead. But as played, he actually gets to the next frag because I missed like 3 rails. So he even hit that rail, which is fine. But then I was surprised that he just died down. I was trying to dodge his rail. If I knew he was going to do that, just push it all the way out, so that way you can use the rest of your LG. It doesn't matter if he rails you. So I guess it's not wrong for him to go for this. You got to do something. You can't just back off to LG and do nothing. So I actually like what he did. But yeah, just sort of, I didn't play it right because I thought he was going to sit back and try and rail me around the pillar. So I was sort of jiggling out. If I knew he was going to do this, I would have just pushed out. That's why I'm telling you guys, you need to have variance in your play. If you're always backing off from that situation, and Dan's always backing off from there, I can just jiggle out. I know he can't do anything. But because he's pushing out sometimes, he's sitting back sometimes, and he's moving back sometimes. It's hard to work out what he's going to do. And that's one thing that I always tell players. You need to have variance in your play. Like everyone knows when you play against Redoxide, not to call him out, because he did have a good performance at the fourth, come fourth at that LAN. But everyone knows like he's always attacking these items. So it's easy to know what he's going to do. You need to have variance in your play. So sometimes I'm attacking, sometimes I'm not, etc. Because I end up missing this next rail. And then I didn't get any damage when I missed the next rail, and now I'm fucked. So I was in a great position, and you see it on my webcam, I'm not happy, and I was in a great position, and then I'm in like 5 seconds I'm fucked, all because he charged out towards the green, because he's got to do something, you know what I mean? So at the time I was mad, but the fact is, you look back at this, like, okay, I had a chance to kill him if I wanted to, but I had to play it right. Either hit a really sharp rail or quickly switch to LG and stay out. So he sort of bluffed me, and it worked well. You know, like you got to do something, and he's done well. Like he was fucked, literally 10 seconds ago, and now he's fine. You know what I mean? So well done. And now he catches me out again. See how he shot his rocket real deep? He's doing the same thing. It's good. And yeah, it hit me out right. It looks like he's aiming at me. Okay, his is probably a little bit deep in the sense that it probably will never hit the ground. But look at it, you know, it would. It would hit the ground all the way back here. So it's the same thing. Just shoot your rocket real deep. And he's got really deep rockets. So it's just good because, you know, it's either hitting me because I'm further back or it's hitting me because I'm really shallow because it's hitting me directly. So the way he shot that's perfectly. Okay, I've got nothing, but still, you know, just shoot him deep. It works.
Cam was making it look easy before, and
I like how he comes to check rail, but
Dan's showing I may
yeah,
have to talk
waiting for Mega.
on how
He could push here probably, but you know, obviously a Ranger set up with Rockets, he knows that, so he's got to be careful. And these kind of fights usually go in my favour, generally speaking, because you know I'm just good at those kind of fights. But yeah, the problem is now he's lost a bit of ascendancy. Had to use my orb then, and see I'm shooting nice rockets, and nice shot by him. I probably should have stuck it in the corner, but I thought that he was going to be aiming at me in the corner, so I thought I'd swing out. But just see how I'm shooting those rockets really deep myself while he's trying to catch up to me. So that way, if he's jumping, it'll still hit him. If he's like moving forward, it still hit him. You know, and unless he moves like right forward, which he's not going to do because he's trying to open up the angle with his LG and his rail. So that's why you shoot him real deep. Okay, he's got 39 health, but you know I'm back in the map now. Even though you know I should have been, you know, a minute ago I was laughing. Now I'm not, but you know it's 4-4 now. Let's play. I remember I just pushed him there, yeah. Because I did the same thing on the online tournament where I just pushed him with his LG, trying to rally him. Even if he doesn't rally the second time, you know, you'll hit him with the rail and then force him through the teleporter so you can go get Mega in peace. Unless he hits like 2 nutty shots and he gets away and then hits another nutty shot as he's charging top mid or whatever he's doing. Just got to put him under pressure. So, okay, he hit both rails there, but he didn't get away quick enough because he didn't expect me to just attack because I wasn't railable in 2. So now I'm good. So I sort of yanked his chain a bit. And he attacks here because he thought he could get to Mega because I was weak, but he couldn't. See how I'm moving my body and just get around the corner? Just make sure you get that action around the corner because obviously it's an important rail to hit. It's not going to kill him, but he'll be crippled. You can't, yeah, Dan can't, he can't come through here. Like I see why he's trying to, but you can't because on top mid with rail, it's not going to work. Can you use Tribal as a second gun? Like just switch immediately to Tribal. Problem with switching LJ is you just didn't have enough ammo and then they need to hit a rail, and that's not an easy rail to hit. If you miss it, you're fucked. Always go for that damage. Red's up behind me or coming up behind me. Don't go for that. Go for your damage. He has no weapons. Get your damage. Now you can back off, and he can't really push now. You know what I mean? Because if I don't hit that rail to begin with, he can push, and I'm probably dead. So he knows he can't push, so he's not going to. Alright, grab the health bubble. Can go through the teleport to get to rockets here, but what I was thinking was I'll just deny rail. And he's probably getting Mega. I can't stop that. So, but now I probably can because you know he's pushed too far forward. It can be risky to switch that rail, but the problem is I don't have rockets. You could use Tribal at default, but the problem is that if he's coming out the jump pad with LG or shotgun, you're probably in trouble. So peek to try and hit the rail. Once I miss it, you have to switch shotgun now because he's going to come up. I remember he missed his shotgun. Oh, I shot first, so it would have been 100 shotgun. I don't know what happened to shotgun. He missed it, but yeah, good timing on me. Always move to the right. Like never stand in front of the jump pad. Make him work out where you are because I was on the left before, my left, and now I'm on my right. So it's hard for him to actually work out where I am as he's coming up. And you're always shooting first in the situation that I am. So unless he kills me in one blast, I've actually got him killed. I'm not saying it's possible to kill me in one blast. It was, but yeah, now I'm good. You know what I mean? And that's a nice shot, but it's the same shot we were talking about before, only I'm hitting on the way down. So it's a bit harder, but really, he's jumping in midair. It's not that hard, you know what I mean? And you look insane when you hit these kind of shots because I'm moving and I'm still hitting this nice shot. But it's really not as difficult as it looks. Just get ready. You have to be ready for it before you drop it. That's the thing. I was ready to shoot that rail. As I'm dropping, I'm switching to rail, ready to shoot it. That's the only thing. If you're doing that, it's not that hard. It just looks really good. Because now we can push him. I remember shoot shotgun and shove slayer. So remember I told you guys about shove slayer. Always shoot it when he's shooting his rocket so the rocket can't hit you at all. And now I'm in a great position, you know what I mean? 4 frags up again, laughing. And again, he spawns there, which is fine, but the problem is he goes to, and unfortunately there's not much you can do from that sort of spawn when I'm dropping down towards you. But then just jump, be ruthless with this rocket jump, like just rocket jump over here and destroy him, you know what I mean? He doesn't have a weapon, so I see a lot of guys just waiting around red, you can hear him go up there. What for? He hasn't got a gun, just rocket jump up there and destroy it. Especially as ranger, because you don't even hurt yourself, so... I see that's not the problem. I see a lot of guys just not be ruthless there. Just be ruthless to rocket jump up there and destroy him. He doesn't want you to rocket jump up there. He wants to get rail and then be under no pressure. Push forward for some damage if he's coming through the teleporter. Again, this is my aim style with the rails. Don't shoot immediately and target miss and then he digs in with his heavy machine gun. See how I just notice guys, I put my crosshair on my left, on the left hand side of him, I just start moving right. And it'll line up with him eventually and you just rally him. Don't feel like you have to hurry up and shoot. You don't. Put it on the left and then just move right and it lines up. Now we're good. Now we can push top mid. And he got decent damage on us, but he's still weak now because he hit that rail. So I like how he fucked off. That's good because you can't stick around for Mega unless you know the timing is really soon. So have a look in here for damage. Take your time on that shot. Usually I don't miss those kind of shots, but take your time on it. You know, he's not even looking at you. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit it. And then I peeked in for another. But I thought when you peek down there, if you want damage, you usually have to use rail. But I was worried that he's going to come up the jump pad and at me with LG, and I wasn't that strong. So that's why I use rockets, but obviously didn't get any damage. It's fine. just hold your position here for a sec. Okay, Mega's behind me, but just hold your position, because what you don't want is you to drop to Mega and then he takes his position, green armor's there for him, and then he makes it hard for you. Just stay in the strong position and make it hard for him to come up. He doesn't want you to be here when he's coming up. He wants you to be at Mega. Nice shot. Now we can back off. Now he's weak. The next round kills, you know what I mean? Good rocket jump out of him here, but I chose to go back down. I thought I'd come back up because I hit a rail on him. This is a bit risky, just in case he hits with a good burst. He's not going to die, but he's going to lose a lot of stock. So this rail does kill if it hits, but it's just a bit hard. So probably better off not to do that. And see how he goes to green now? That's where, okay, I was a bit slow getting back to top mid. That's why you want to stop him from getting up to top mid easily. Because imagine he was up top mid and LGing me towards the Mega, and then the green armor's there for him as well. He's laughing. He can get good damage on you, and then he can probably fall back towards red armor and stuff, and it makes it hard for you. But I hit that rail on him because I didn't want to let him just get up top, you know what I mean? And that makes a huge difference in the next fight, because now he's only 150, and I had a rail to kill him, I missed. So that's why you sit up top for a bit and stop him getting up top. Because if you stop him getting up top for long enough, you can actually go over the green before you get Mega. And then he can't do anything because he's fucked. Alright. So I went through this green, which was probably a bit passive, but I had a 5 frag lead. And then I was coming to top mid, because he's got no rail, so he can come here, and if he is jumping towards the red or getting red, it's fine. You can rail him once or twice, and then it doesn't matter that he gets the red armor. But he actually stayed up here, which is quite good, and tried to trap me. I would actually like to see if he just dropped down on top of me to try and finish me off, because the problem with backing off like he did is it's pretty hard to actually get another chance to try and kill me now, because I'm just going to jump to red. It's pretty hard for him to stop me unless he jumps over the top. But even then, I'm going to have my chance. So I would like to see him just stay up there and commit to the fight, because he had to be completely caught out to what he was doing. So I think this is a bit of a mistake, but it's one of those things where you don't realise it's a mistake till after I got away. In the moment you're thinking, I got this damage, let's tuck and not let him get any damage. But I think considering what's about to happen on the map, he would have been better off trying to kill me. But like I said, it's pretty hard to actually realise that in the moment, because now you say I'm going to get this, and now he's on the wrong side, he can't do anything. Nice, man. And then I remember I shot that trial like that, so I was thinking, yeah, you're playing good, because I knew what he was up to. I only shoot that because then it protects you pushing forward. And then if he doesn't go through the teleport and take that, when you get to here, you can switch to rail, because he's out on the left-hand side, and you can rail him towards Mega. Or just push top mid and then take your time about the fight. But yeah, that's what I try about. As the commentators rightly said. Alright, so push it off this. You can choose not to shoot that rocket rail, just because you switch the rockets instead of when you hear him jumping towards you, but I didn't expect him to jump towards me, and once he jumped towards me, I figured I'd rail him. You can switch the rockets just straight up, but I've still got 2 rails. If you've got 1 rail only left in you, you're probably going to die or be dead. But with 2 rails, switch those range, you're not going to blow yourself up. Just switch your rockets. And be ruthless with it as well. It's easier on aim, yes, but just be ruthless with it. Like, destroy him. 2 rockets dead. No excuse. No circumstance where you shouldn't be 2 rockets. So what you do is, and this is only subtle, and I know he's only got rail trying to dodge, but I'll just show you guys something. So you see how I'm looking on the left-hand side of him, right? So I switch the rocket launcher, right? So I know my rocket, when it switches, it should go over here. And the reason being is, Dan is watching my barrel. He can see me aiming straight on the left-hand side of him. His right, my left. So he's going to keep trying to dodge around, right? So the rocket, as soon as you switch the rockets, it must go further right than what he is now, because that's where he's going to walk to, because he can see your barrel aiming straight. And I keep coming back to that. Even guys who don't realise that's what they're doing, they're still doing it. Dan realises that's what he's doing because he's good enough, and he's doing that. I told Fraser that. I remember I told Fraser once that. It was specifically with rail, but most people do it with rockets, but it was specifically with rail. I said, he knows where you're aiming, Fraser. So just take that into mind when you're fighting him. And he said, he's not that good. And I said, oh, no, it's too easy. And then 2 weeks later, he come back and said, Cam, you're alright. And I said, Fraser doesn't really know because he's a flicker. So when you're a flicker, it doesn't really matter where you're aiming. You're still flicking, whereas for my rails, I hold my mouse and I move, and like quite gentle movements. So I know when he knows where I'm aiming, because he never ever crosses over where I'm aiming. So that's why I told him. I just it's easy for me to tell because the way I am. For you, it's hard to tell with your rails because he flicks them. So it doesn't where he's aiming doesn't really come into account as much as what it does for me. Anyway, yeah. So when your rocket comes out immediately to the right, see how it's like flick to the right, because I know he's going to keep moving that way, and then just don't let him give him a chance to shoot. Now you're laughing. Get up top mid. Never come this way because he never goes that way. That's where you have to know your player that you're playing against. He never goes to LG. He always goes to rail or to rocket. So I shouldn't go that way against him. And now he's onto the rail. come this way for one shot is good, but I didn't want to, once he's early and he's already got rail, don't pick it at all.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at some of the.
Oh, nice man, now we can drop a red. I wasn't planning to go get that red, but now I can.
From Div 1 who are in the audience watching.
Nice shot.
There.
Alright, go for your spawn kill now.
They're looking at this guy.
With the orb there as well, just push in, you're going to kill him with orb, shotgun, whatever you want. He's not going to reload his rail by the time you kill him, so.
God, I'm going to have to face that.
Always aim to the right and get ready to hold the crosshair down. Watch the opponent, as soon as you hit that shot on the left, put your crosshair as far right as you can, and just get ready to hold it down in case he's running quickly. It's pretty hard to hit, but if you're quick enough, you can do it. Alright, grab this, let's get up top. I've been using plasma lately, just coming around the corner in case they're charging banana. Especially with this skin, it's kind of hard to see the plasma. And I don't have enough LG ammo anyway. So, obviously he's not coming, but yeah. Take your time on that shot, because you need to hit that shot to knock him away from hitting you. You see how he's able to dig in once I miss that shot. Make sure you hit that shot, because it slows his momentum and pushes him further back, even in midair. So, take your time on that shot. You might even be better off not even shooting it, and just get around the corner and switch to LG or rockets or something. But if you're going to shoot it, make sure you hit it. He actually kills me here. No, I like how he pushes in front of the Mega, it's actually quite good. And yeah, he had sight, but still. So I only come through because I knew he didn't have Mega, and I figured I'd be able to catch him out maybe. But yeah. Now you can relax, it's fine. When you jump, see how when I jump onto the ledge, always do that. Because see how his rockets going towards rockets, and then I push out. So it's like fucked completely. It looks like a noob attack, but I actually outplayed it. Because I jumped onto the ledge and now I push in with LG. So let's watch. So look at the thing through there. See how I jump on that ledge? I'm landing on that ledge. That's good, so the rocket can't really hit you. Because they'll always shoot towards the rocket or a little bit to the left of the rockets. So standing on that ledge and landing on that instead makes it harder for them to hit you. And also because he can't see me, but he can't hear me either. He thinks maybe I land in the water or something. Probably he won't think that, but worse players might consider that. He won't think that because it makes a bit of a different sound. So he's good enough not to realise that. But other players, they might think you're in the LG, on the ground and they go out to try and peek you or go left to try and peek you. And surprise, motherfucker, I'm here. You know what I mean? Which I did. So switch to LG, and then see how I switch back to rocket launcher. Same story as before. Switch back to rocket launcher while you're in midair. He can't hear where you're dropping from. And that's why he's looking here and only realises now that I've dropped down. But guess what, Dan? It's too late. And that's twice in this game I've got the easy frag because I switched off. And now I just switch to rockets to destroy him just in case it's coming up. I didn't know the timing, so just in case it's coming up, kill him immediately. So watch that one more time. So 3 things. Drop onto this thing, push out, and then when you're jumping in midair to try and push with LG, switch back to rocket launcher while you're in midair. Because he can't hear you. And it's important, boys. You'll be surprised how often it helps you. It's maybe once a game. Even if it's only once a game, it's a lot. Because look, he's confused as to where I am.
He's going to be wanting to try and turn this into his advantage.
Yeah, he didn't immediately look left because he never heard the buzz of the LG. And I'm telling you guys, try it with or without. You'll see the difference. And next time someone jumps to you from rocket launcher towards and I've got LG out, just listen to what you can hear and tell me, Cam, yes, I heard it. You're right, Cam. I need to switch to rocket launcher, which I did. So just keep doing that. I spawn rail. Missed it. It's alright. Go for one more. Beautiful. Alright. In this case here, with at 8 minutes, with 6 minutes past, don't push in here like I did. I got smashed by his LG because it sort of surprised me what he did. Rocket jump up. Oh, that's a different life. All good. Yeah, nice. I meant to rocket jump immediately, but just rocket jump up, especially on man. They're not going to pin you. You're just going to kill them with rockets. Switch to machine gun. You could use plasma, but I think on 40 odd health machine guns is more reliable. We'll just switch to that. Yeah, just wait. If you're going to go there, just wait. Split second, wait for him to come, which he did come. Again, we're going for this rail. This is as damage we can get, and he can't do anything. He hasn't got the right weapons, right? Now we get this green, and we can push back around.
And just ensure that he can keep Dan, on the run and just keep this damage.
Flick those rockets, so you can't see you aiming. And then yeah, just nice damage. Like, he can't push him. He's trying to do something. It's too late in the game. He's obviously already lost this map, but he's trying to do something, which is fair enough.
And immediately off the spawn again.
That wasn't a heavy.
Take your time on this shot. See how I didn't move my crosshair? Same story you can do. You just start moving right or slowly move your mouse. I'm not really good at just moving my mouse and hitting shots. I sort of like to hit my shots with my body and my mouse, but you could do that in that situation.
I think we're going to see Dan just moving into the realm of.
And again, here, he tricked me with what he. See how he switched. Same story I was talking about before, to you boys before. See how he switched to gauntlet? It's because he doesn't want me to hear the buzz of the LG. So it's the same story I was telling you guys. Okay, he's not dropping, but it's the same principle here. So he's a clever cunt too. He knows these kind of things. So, same. Just switch to LG, switch off LG, and then push in with it. See how he did? Perfect. Beautiful. Got your outcome. And, you know, okay, the game's, it's too late for him. But, you know, it still doesn't matter. It's beautiful play, you know what I mean? Nice. I see that and I think, yeah, he's good. Not, oh, what are you doing? Switch to LG, try to smoke me. He tricked me. You know what I mean? He tricked me. So it's just good play. Alright, just try and tuck down. Don't let him get any damage on you. If you can wait for this green, you pretty much won. I mean, I pretty much won anyway. 10 frags, not going to win from here. Remember I go for this shot and I drop back down? You can do this, guys, against worse players. But I remember thinking when I was in the middle here, I'm going to drop down. But he's going to know. And he did. So it's just stupid. Don't do that. If you're going to do it, drop up top for a bit so that you don't drop immediately down. So the timing, he thinks, oh, you haven't dropped, and then drop. You know what I mean? Because then they'll trick him. But as played, I knew he's going to be ready when I did it. But I thought, fuck it, I'm doing it anyway. I'm up 10 frags. Nice shot by him. And now it's hard because, you know, I imagine I had extra 90 health. I can come to top mid. I can make it hard for him, but now I can't. I've got to back off. So it's actually important. Alright, grab this. Just shouldn't go into banana here like I did because just give him a chance to hunt you. It's only giving you 10 health, so it's a waste of time. Use LG before you switch to rail here. I switch to rail immediately. It's a bad. Just shoot a little bit of LG, hold him back. Nice rail by him.
Little LG closet takes a rail for his trouble. He's so low on health. Dan's going to be working his butt off.
Just make it hard for him here. Like, okay, if he goes the right way and catches you immediately, you're dead. But just make it hard. Which I did. Nice rail. Could spam the orb there and try another rail and then time it. But yeah, I ended up wasting the orb here. It was bad. Shouldn't have done that. Don't shoot that orb. You're not getting it off, so it's a waste. But yeah, now you just look to slow down the clock basically. Don't give him easy kills. And again, just get tucked up here. You know, as Ranger, it's pretty hard for him to do anything here. And he can't win from here, but obviously, yeah, that's what you want to try to do. Get to Cuddy so that if you're coming back, you can try and destroy him. And then just hold. Never peek in here because he's ready for it, but just, yeah, you're just looking at Cuddy to stop him attacking you. And yeah, as the commentators say, this map's over. We'll still run it out just because this might be some good content. See how he shoots his rails real quick. It's good when he's sitting, but I just think it makes it a little bit harder to be consistent. When he's sitting, as you'll see now, as you'll see in the later games, when he's sitting and it's God mode, just honestly, there's nothing I can do. It's too good for me. Same thing I used to say about Phrase. They both shoot their rails so quick. So when they're hitting their rails, it's like, there's nothing you can do. It's God mode. To get max damage, yeah. Nice LG, but I missed my rocket.
Cam hit a direct look at it. Still doesn't matter too much, but the time, again, it still comes back down to the time. There's nothing he can do.
Yeah,
I like how you walk for a split second. He's listening to how you are. When you do, see how that rocket shot, you just got to shoot it a little bit lower. I mean, I missed that a bit because what happens is you hit the stairs and knocks cross up a little bit. Just hit it a little bit lower, just in case they're coming up. But that's what you try to do. But sometimes it's easy to miss if you jump up the stairs. Yeah. Obviously, he hasn't got time to do anything on the map, so I'll just talk about not what's happening on the map. We'll just talk about the specific fights. So he's moving back, bluffing towards the red, and then using his LG. It's good, just holding it down on the corner. It's nice. It's pretty hard hitting with rockets when he's in these kind of spots. Could have gone up there, I think, with the amount of health I've got, but he didn't. I remember I orbed towards Cuddy as if I'm bluffing to get it, and then just went back the other way, and it surprised him with what I did. So that was good. But when you do that, go one more extra bluff, and then come back towards the rocket. Don't just jump in here like this. And that's when he's thinking, fuck, this guy's untouchable, he's too good. So, like, I tricked him, but tricked him one more time. And it takes stones to do that, like, you know, real good brain, which I didn't have in that moment. But, yeah, just trick him one more time, honestly. When you just go to, act like you're running full tilt away with the LG, and then just sit there at the helicopter and then thinking, fuck, I can't get a read on this guy, he's too good. Nice use of the sight and then the timing, and then just destroy me. So nice break.
Yeah, because we're going to see Cam just now delaying that.
I would say just from delaying spawns alone, would be enough to run this clock up with 40 seconds left. 6 frags.
Nice good choice by him. You kind of have to use rail. Unlucky on him on the rocket. Sometimes you can shoot it a little bit shallower on that one because you know if they are coming around the corner, they're going to come quite close. See, I shot it deep and I got in front of it. So you can shoot it a little bit shallower on that one, but probably a bit unlucky for him to get damaged. The only reason I push is because you've got to do something. You can't just fucking sit there. So coming around that way is good. Bluffing off. Could rock jump back up here, which he does. Yeah, nice. Probably use LG though because I'm a bit weaker than that. But yeah, I think he ends up getting mega. Yeah. See how he moves to the right ruthlessly? Good. Don't sit there and let him shoot you with a shotgun over the edge or something. Just ruthlessly peek. It's good. Trying to spawn set the spawn, but I was slowing spawn, so yeah, obviously can't get 5 kills. See how deep my rockets are going? It's really nice. He was laughing at that too. Just see how the angle. Just take note of the angle they're getting shot at, boys. They're not shallow. They're not short. They're deep. Look at that. See that first one? Short. Shit. The next two, they're deep as fuck. You know what I mean? Just get them nice and deep, boys. I think that's going to be the end of the game.
Looks like a robot, mate. There's been no expression change on
Yeah, that's what the commentator's saying about which is something I was actually really proud of that LAN. I never really got mad. I was just robotic, you know, focused, and it showed in my play. I think shit was happening to me as it happens to everyone, and I didn't let it bother me. And that's something I've never really had in tournament before. I always get bothered. I think the in-ears sort of helped with the headphones. I've never used them before because they help you to focus. You're just playing. Like, even with the crowd in the final and that, there's like 60, 70 people there or whatever. Fuck, didn't even notice. You know what I mean? Just play it. It was all good because you had the in-ears and it was so loud that the game was fine. You know, it was good. Anyway, that's going to be the end of the first game, boys. Bit of a longer video, but I explained some stuff I was going to do, and this is going to be something I'm going to do for all the games. So feel free to hit me up in the comments what you guys want to see or whatnot. Once all these videos are done, the 12 videos from the grand final and as up to the grand final, what I'm going to do is I've got a rocket. I've been farming clips for rockets, so I'm going to go through 5 different aspects of shooting rockets, which is holding onto your rocket, spam from above, lifting across there. What else? A couple other things. Yeah, so specifics of shooting a rocket launcher. And then I'm going to make those videos once I've made these 12 videos for my LAN games, and we'll move on to the next thing, whatever that may be. Maybe it's holding not holding your LG out when you're dropping on someone. Which is what the title of this video is going to be. But yeah, thanks. I'm sorry guys, I haven't been making so many videos, but I make this one and I'm going to be making a few more. So yeah, like and subscribe and let your mates know about these videos because this is what you guys have been asking for. Show me some games against good players, Cam, and I got the very best. Dandaking, you know what I mean? So no worries. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one.